has a bit of time to chip it over the top to Laurie, and it'll be out of bounds before Laurie can get there as the sun shines through here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The Saints and the Demons, a big match for both teams.
Throwing out his side, Steins and Harding. Steins reaching over the top. Rice in front. Hard against the boundary line. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in once more. Interesting, before the umpire bounced the ball, Viney and Coughlin into it. About 15 metres from the action. Harding uncontested, but some shepherding off the ball, and Spalding will get the free kick. Right half forward, goes looking for Bennett, couldn't take the mark. Burke, claimed by Heaver. Burke again, upended, couldn't get it away. This is Jeffrey to Devonport, who runs to centre half back and swings it out wide. Low, couldn't trap it, used an opportunity, knocks it Melbourne's way. Devonport charged down the hand pass, stretch inside 50. Arnold reaching over the top, got a fist in there. Bennett, Arnold dives on top of it and ties it up for the Saints.
Brett Lovett playing on David Grant, Stephen Newport on Nicky Winmar. So John Northey using a couple of taggers, or maybe just as much Grant a tagger on Lovett, but an interesting one there. Jeffries tapped it out to Pekin, who got it to Bowie, who was immediately under pressure. Daniels stretched it very well. It was out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in about 60 metres away from the Melbourne goal. Harding and Spalding will do the ruck work. Hughes playing on the ball. Not in a defensive role. They tried him on the ball against Carlton a couple of weeks ago. The tackle by Lovell was good on Bowie. Obst. No free kick. Umpires letting it go. And again, it'll be a ball up. Rowan Saws and Gavin Dorr, the two umpires.
Bounce just outside 50. Harding and Spalding, one by the ladder. He goes again. Todd Viney, jarred free, Pekin the hand pass away. Devonport, he's been busy early, kicks towards midfield, lows the target. Cameron's got the job on him. Jimmy Cracker, favoured by the bounce, swings it out wide. Harvey on the lead. Harvey, 55 metres from goal. Low kick, a shocker, deflects off the man on the mark. Lovell. Johnson's got it now from half back to centre wing. Yates drops the mark, should have taken that one. Pekin, long hand pass, worth a kick. Harvey on all fours. Phoebe got him. Lovell's got the ball, and the ball up once more.
So we've been playing about 4 minutes and no score. Half forward for St Kilda. Steins used his body well against Nixon. Yates just threw it away, and Stretch taps it on another 10 metres. So a quiet opening. Not much happening in the first 4 or 5 minutes between two of the teams who have provided so many highlights this year. Steins with a good tap to Stretch, and a very good kick. Bennett on a long lead. Won't quite get to him. Heaver. Viney. Burke. Devonport. Centre wing. Steins.
Jim Steins, who instigated that last move forward. Classical ruck play down to Stretch on the burst. Not a good kick from Steins. And Harding, his opposite number, takes the mark. Up from centre half back. No score. Harding, long kick towards half forward. Low leads back in the race. Coming across on the angle is Johnson. Kicks towards the boundary line and finds it. Alan Johnson, one of the Melbourne veterans. Boundary throw in inside 50. Will pit Steins against Lowe. They go body to body. Lowe decisively down to Jim Cracker. From 50 gets the kick away. Cameron drops the mark. Should have taken that one. Brett Lovett sold into trouble. Some indecision from the Demons, and the ball has crossed the boundary line now and will be thrown in.
Mistake by Cameron there, and puts Melbourne under pressure. Low against Steins. Coughlin tried to barge his way through. Line. Bowie's on top of him, and it's rushed through for a behind. So the Saints get the first score, minor one, and Hughes to bring it back in for Melbourne. Good kick to Phoebe on a lead. He's got time against Harvey. Still Phoebe and Harvey. And it'll be a throw in on centre wing. Tried to half volley at Stephen Phoebe.
St Kilda have the breeze, probably worth a couple of goals. Steins in front, Harding over the top. Yates couldn't control it. Nixon goes in on him. And we'll have a bounce. So uninspiring stuff to start this game of the day here at the MCG. Stretch favoured by the bounce. High fist on it. Coghlan. Jeffrey stood his ground. Opts the hand pass in the other direction. And Stretch once more. Intercepted the slap away by Laurie. Back goes Jeffrey. Knocks it Melbourne's way. Opportunity for Stretch. He can settle and kick a goal here. 40 metres out from goal and steers it through. First score of the afternoon for Melbourne, and they lead by 5 points. It's a goal to a behind. Bad luck for a couple of the Saints there. Initially it was Laurie knocking it out wide. Melbourne intercepted, kept it going their way, and then Jeffrey going back, got a fist on the ball. Instead of getting it to the boundary, as was his intention, he lost about 20 metres. Stretch grabs it, settles as you can see, and gets the goal.
6-1. The Demons lead a goal to a point against the breeze, worth a couple of goals. Hughes with a kick out of the centre. Rice trapped it in front of Spalding. To Burke. To Laurie. To Harding in trouble. Coghlan uses his body pretty well. Daniels. Harvey. Laurie with a high one and gets some distance low underneath it. 3 Melbourne players against him. Coghlan round his body to the goal front. Johnson back there with Newport. Grant off the ground, goal. No, hit the post. Look the goal. It's a behind. So it's 2 points St Kilda and a Melbourne a goal. 6-2.
You get the feeling John Northey has great confidence in Stuart Cameron. He has the job on Stuart Lowe. Lowe, who kicked 6 goals last week. A man mountain on the forward line. Good luck, Cameron. Johnson kicks into the outer side. Tingay goes back and takes the mark. Having a good season. Stephen Tingay, right half back towards centre wing. Spalding couldn't hang on. Knocks it off the ground, only as far as Burke. Sends play back towards the Saints half forward line. Steins back with courage. Finds the ball on the ground superbly. Hughes gained about 5 metres. Newport across to Steins. Out wide to Heaver. Heaver through centre wing towards half forward. Spalding got a hand to it. Arnold knocks it out. Yates has got it. Tried to get it to the voice Hickmont. Hickmont's hand pass goes out wide. Viney away to Tingay. From outside 50, it's a long kick towards the pocket. Bennett against Frawley, and Frawley does well.
One of the big jewels today. Bennett, who's kicked 51 goals this season, against Danny Frawley, captain of the Saints and their most reliable defender. Harding's tapped to Devonport, quickly tackled by Hickmont. Harvey, will it sit for him? Pekin. Bennett did pretty well there just to hold it up. Pekin's handball excellent, and he's the #1 handball in the competition. Rice caught. Obst, Frawley, Hickmott, and it'll be a ball up at 50 metres.
Mistake from inexperience there. Harvey needed to hold the ball a little longer and draw the man.
And put Rice under pressure. Free kick there to Harding against Spalding. So one of those soft free kicks, and the Saints will get out of it.
Harding having a wonderful season. Away to Arnold, who drives around the outer side wing. Steins is getting back to cramp the style of Lowe, obviously by design. This is Hughes. Long kick towards half forward. Todd Viney got hands to it, couldn't complete the mark. Hickmont does brilliantly, gets it away to Lovell. Goal coming up for Melbourne. Fine team goal. Melbourne get their second, and they lead by 10 points. Viney almost the mark. It fell forward. Hickmont, the clever hand pass away, and Lovell from about 25 metres out steering it through. So 2 goals, plays 2 points.
Good start for Hickmott. Melbourne 2 goals, St Kilda 2 points. So the Demons off to an excellent beginning here at the MCG. Viney caught by Coghlan. Hughes puts the pressure on with a hip and shoulder. Daniels tries to keep it in, can't. And Hughes did pretty well there. Good contest. Harding and Steins. Harding works his way to the front, but they have to concede ground, St Kilda. Daniels took a while to get rid of it. Still allowed to go on. Nixon on the up to Harvey. Low on a lead. Newport. Johnson. Yates in the front spot. Jeffrey did very well. Tingay and Rice. It should be a good duel. Jeffrey over the top of it. Rice. Still Rice. Quick kick round his body low.
Oh.
Couldn't quite get back. Cameron in front of him. Love it. Low with him. Still a ball to be won. Steins tackled very well. Obst. A sweeping handball to Stretch, who is quick enough to make it. Left foot by Stretch. Good kick to space. Spalding. Phoebe. They should be able to get away with it. Phoebe caught now. And gone.
Terrible decision by the umpire. I think Malcolm Blight would have liked that one. No question, umpire saw us guess that time because the player had his back to him. Up goes Lowe, couldn't hang on. Love it. Only as far as Lowe to Winmar. Winmar towards the goal square. Awkward bounce for Grant. Did he touch it? Doesn't matter. Johnson gets back and carries it across the line. Very harsh decision on centre wing that sent St Kilda forward. Pat against Phoebe. Here's Johnson. The margin is 9 points. The Demons lead. Cameron, who showed great courage only moments ago to go back into a pack, ambitiously tries to move the ball to centre wing, succeeds. Lovell hand passes away. Devonport goes after it. Tingay slides in. Lovell goes again. And we've got a ball up on centre wing. A bounce just inside the boundary line. And so far Melbourne looking the better side, but it's early days yet. St Kilda must win today to have a chance at the finals. Hughes, a high kick. It floats down towards half forward. Viney almost got a free kick. He didn't complete the mark. He gets the kick away. Intended for Heaver. Well played by Daniels on his knees. Peakin's got it now. Away goes Coughlin. Running through centre wing.
To centre half forward, low at the back. Cameron in front. Winmar with pace. Should go. Left foot. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And it's home. 1-3 St Kilda, 2 goals Melbourne.
Well, that's the danger, Bruce, when you commit 2 men to the aerial duel with Lowe. Somebody's going to be free on the ground, and that time with great evasion Winmar took full advantage. They've constantly had 2 flyers with Lowe. That time the second man to come to Cameron and Lowe was Brett Lovett, and Winmar on the ground did very well and got the roll. So the margin is 3 points now. Harding and Steins, that was interesting, as was that. Obst went down. Hughes doing well, gets the kick away. Devonport, who's been resolute in defence so far, from half back towards half forward. Lyon, up he goes. Did he juggle it? Not according to the umpire. Cracker, away to Winmar. Desperate straights for Winmar. Ball jarred free. Harvey leads in the race. Steins, well, you could hear him coming there, thundering along behind him, and the ball's forced out of bounds and will be thrown in.
Gee, Jimmy Steins was very strong on Harding at the last centre bounce. Went straight at him. Lovell. Tingay with a bit of pace and a wobbly old kick. Spalding, and he couldn't keep it in. Well, the Saints kicked 8 goals in the first quarter last week. They've got the breeze here today, and they've managed 1 in a half of a quarter. So Melbourne has done pretty well. Spalding and Harding, they both slip over. Coughlin, always busy. Bowie with a little bit of distance. Cracker, who's had some impact. Newport. Well done by Johnson, but he's given Peakin a chance. Nixon, will it sit? It still won't sit for him. Cameron did well, and the hip and shoulder by Lyon was a beauty. Cameron's handball to Steins, to Newport. Newport to Tingay, breaks 1 tackle and a second.
Nicely done, Stephen Tingay towards half forward. They're breaking down here, though. Devonport couldn't take the mark. Jeffrey to Laurie, back to Jeffrey. runs through the middle, kicks to half forward. Bowie with great courage. He's taken this mark just forward of the centre circle to Laurie, who can kick it a long way. Not one of his best. Low, not played. Yes, it's a mark. And that's going to be an enormous problem this afternoon. Already, it's starting to test the Melbourne defence. Very low conscious. So Low, directly in front, 20 metres out, has taken more marks than any man in this league this season. A great pair of hands, and that's not overstating it. Lyon is sent away. Now Low. The weakest part of his game is his kicking. This to give the Saints the lead. It's home. St Kilda lead by 3 points. Two 3-2 goals. Bowie, the clever mark in midfield, gets the hand pass away. Laurie on the overlap gets the left foot kick down towards Low, and Low takes the good mark. Strong mark going back, held it just long enough. 26
goals this season for Stuart Low. Exactly half Tony Lockett's. So Melbourne 2 goals, St Kilda 2-3 at the MCG. 15-12. And a game that started quietly is now gaining momentum. Harding wins the tap against Steins. Hughes attempted an off the ground that didn't work. Obst. Pressure put on him. Good handball by Lovell. Tingay's quick kick. Bennett and Frawley. Still Frawley and Bennett. Quick handball out there by Spalding. Burke. Laurie in trouble. Twists and turns, gets a high tackle and gets a free kick. Goes wide. Bowie, danger. Yates with him. Takes Bowie out cleverly. Left foot to the pocket. Spalding should handball inside. Takes his time and then makes a bit of a mess of it. Off hands, and it'll be a throw in.
Yeah, you called it right, Bruce. Should have done the instinctive thing and got it back to the middle. Didn't. Great work by Yates to win the ball initially. The Saints lead by 3 points. Boundary throw in. Two former West Australians, Harding and Spalding. They'll be teammates on Tuesday night. Bowie appeared to be taken high. There was no free kick. And we'll have a ball up. This about 25 metres out from the Demons' attacking goal. And this St Kilda defence is playing pretty well at the present time. Spalding knocked away by Laurie. Bowie clearing kick out wide. All Melbourne. Newport forward of left centre wing. Kicks back into the forward line. Didn't really look. Bennett, though, quick hands away to Lovell. Is it his second goal of the term? It looks pretty good. It's swinging back. It's home. Seesawing affair. Melbourne regain the lead. They lead 18-15. Bowie's kick, a poor one coming out. As a result, Melbourne with a chance to send it back in. Newport, the quick hands of Darren Bennett. I think he was the target initially for the kick. It came to him, slipped it away to Lovell, and Lovell from about 30 metres out steered it through for a goal.
The Demons by 3 points. 18-15. Lovell with 2 goals. Steins and Harding both took off early. Jeffrey. Lyon got a good bounce and took advantage. Bennett and Frawley. No free kick for Frawley. Devonport again, very good. Pekin. Burke, good control because the handball had a bit on it. Excellent kick to Bowie. Could be 50 metres. No. Handball's on to Pekin. Left foot to centre half forward. Crack on the front spot. Low, what a mark. Came from nowhere. Stretched out those big hands and whipped it in. Well, he's taken 116 marks before today, and he marks the spot like Peter Hudson's been telling him. So he'll run in a straight line. But Dennis, this will test him not only for accuracy but for distance.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bruce.
He's got the breeze at his back, worth probably about 6 or 7 metres on the kick. So he's got a chance, only has to time it. It'll give him a great deal of confidence. Drop punt, misses it to the right, and it's a behind. So 0 for Tony Lockett, I guess. Stuart Lowe's got everything in his game, but he's not a goal-kicking machine like Lockett.
Here's to bring it in. It holds up in the breeze. In from the side, Harvey. Nixon. Obst got him off the ground by Steins. Somehow Yates came out with the ball. Well played. Gets the kick away. Out wide. Newport tracking it out towards the boundary. Daniels goes off the ground. Stretch. Inside to Tingay. Surrounded by Saints. Brought down in a strong tackle. Ball jarred free to Jeffrey, who kicked into Tingay. Tingay did superbly for Melbourne, and he fights again and ties it up. Well, Tingay was outnumbered 3-1. Tackled initially, got up and smothered that relieving kick. The intention was to relieve for the Saints. It didn't work out that way. Steins in front, almost clean possession. Nixon to Laurie. Gets the kick towards half forward. In front was Johnson. Coughlin. Steins. Great mobility for a big man. Johnson. Long kick to half forward.
Line at the back. Juggling. Tingay having a lot of kicks. That one sloppy. Jeffrey couldn't quite make it. Arnold under pressure. Devonport missed a tough one. Hickmott gets it out. Lyon looks for a free kick. Arnold's kick on his left foot, which is his natural one. Johnson with some pace. Then tries to keep the footy in. Arnold with some courage. Jeffrey, busy. Harding with mobility, the big man. Just short. Bad kick. Awful kick to Cracker. Sets him up. Spalding's long handball to Viney, who can go from there, but not this time. And it's a behind. So Paul Harding just making a mistake. Just too much on the kick. Jimmy Cracker, the smallest man out there for St Kilda. And it's 3-1 to 2-4.
Interesting affair. Just over 5 minutes till quarter time. And Frawley boots in. The big guy has missed it. Tingay, who's been superb. To Hughes, to Lyon. Casual sort of a kick. Missed by Lovell. Jeffrey leads back. Takes a divot as he keeps it in play. Daniels, hard against the boundary line. Well played. Harvey, little chip pass towards centre wing, and the mark is taken by Cracker. Wants to go. Harvey set up, knocked away by Hughes. Harvey kept his feet. Cracker keen to make amends. Stretch out of mid-air. Worth a kick to half forward. Melbourne have got the run of it. Hickmott with strength. Gets it away to Wobbs. Too far out to score. Bennett. Well, Melbourne kept working and working, and finally they bought some time and space, and Obst has found Bennett. This to level Lockett on the season. From 40 metres out, looks pretty good. No. Despite the applause of teammates down the ground and a certain enthusiasm from Bennett, it missed. Would have been a handy goal approaching quarter time. 3-2 to 2-4. Melbourne lead.
4 minutes remaining. Devonport to kick it in. Looks for Harvey. To Frawley. Tingay took off early. Daniels threw it away. Good tackle was the reason he had to throw in the end from Tingay, who's been the star in this first quarter. He's had 7 kicks now from that wing. Drop punt, gets some distance to the goal square. Bennett front spot. Devonport at the back. And the smallest of the three going for it was able to take it. Sweeps it to Laurie, who tries to draw an opponent. Drop punt. Centre wing, Rice and Stretch. Stretch with a couple of inches on Rice. Still Rice on the up to Winmar with some real skill there. Drop punt to centre half forward, low. Magnificent mark again. He really is inspiring, and he should hammer it towards the goal. Grant on the lead, one out with Lovett. And Lovett did well, and then gets it to Johnson, and he's got Tingay loose.
Consummate defender, Brett Lovett. Tingay on the outer side, backs himself with his pace. Now he's sold into trouble. Should be holding the ball and is. Daniels, away to Harvey, who goes over the top. Nixon, outside 50. The kick is off target and sneaks through for a minor score. Just under 3 minutes remaining. St Kilda 2-5, Melbourne 3-2. The good news for the Saints is the breeze has dropped considerably. Hughes favours the outer side. Harding off hands to Newport. Steins has got it now forward of half back. Kicks towards half forward. Lovell the target. Hickmott, who's been busy. Charged down though well by Laurie. The veteran goes after it near the boundary line. Devonport. His hand pass was smothered too by Viney, who goes again and kicks towards the pocket. Frawley and Bennett, they fall over. And the ball goes over and will be thrown in.
Another good contest between the full-back and the full forward in the last 2¼ minutes of this first quarter. The Demons by 3 points. Bennett in the front spot. Lovell, who's kicked 2 goals. Well, a bit unlucky. Burke, Pekin, who plays a type of sweeping role back there. Not a good kick. Tingay. Well, this is kick number 8. Had 3 marks. Good kick to Viney, this one. Viney just starting to get some important touches across half forward. He's had a fairly miserable season from his own high standards. Bennett in the middle of that pack. Harvey. Daniels. This better come off or they're in trouble. Rice, an excellent mark. Mark, free kick, take your pick. Quickly, handballs on. Gives it to Devonport.
Devonport, his second bounce, carries him through centre wing. Takes on and beats Spalding. Runs to 50. Phil Manasseh goes over the top. Bowie, 25 metres out. Kicks the goal. St Kilda lead. Devonport, who's had a very good term, setting that up with a storming run down the ground. And the key to it was when he took on Spalding and beat him, then he ran to 50, got the ball to Bowie, and Bowie snapped the goal. So St Kilda 3-5 lead the Demons 3-2.
3 points the difference. The Saints hit the front again. Steins and Harding. Steins wins. Play on call. To half forward for Melbourne. Lovell on the up but misses the body badly. Steins. Daniels, bad bounce. Lovell. Yates. Viney. Long one. It bounces through. Goal. 4-2, 3-5.
Todd Viney, a bustling sort of player on the forward line, the sort of player that demands watching. He's been busy, perhaps their best forward so far. And that time bouncing it through from long range. So, about the 7th or 8th lead change we've had so far in this first term. Melbourne by 3 points. Inside the last 30 seconds of action. Steins to Obst. Gets the hand pass towards half forward. There's Viney. Had his presence felt. Melbourne keep working the ball their way. And we'll have a ball up. Approaching quarter time. And they've gone goal for goal. Steins and Harding, that's been enthralling. Steins has done best. Heaver almost holding the ball. Pekin gets the hand pass in the direction of Nixon. Nixon through centre towards half forward. There's the siren. Lowe takes the mark just after it. So at quarter time, Melbourne lead.
Start of the second term, the Demons by 3 points. 4-2 to 3-5. After an interesting first quarter. Melbourne now going to the right of screen. Tingay, who was the star of the first term with 8 kicks and 2 handballs. Umpires today, Gavin Dorr and Rowan Saws. Andrew Obbs picks himself up a little gingerly. Steins uncontested that time. Rice tried to half volley it. Pekin with a quick kick towards centre half forward. Cameron in the front spot, and he takes a comfortable mark in front of Lowe. That doesn't happen too often. Hughes, stretch, Newport. Loose man set up for the Demons. Good tackle though by Rice. Did he hang on too long? Lovell just chips it back towards Steins, who takes a comfortable mark. Harding about 5 metres behind him. Lovell giving him some run. Play on called. Steins to centre half forward. Lyon was bumped out of the road, and Devonport, who had a spectacular first quarter with long sleeve Guernsey on, now in the short sleeve, takes the mark. Back to the centre. Hughes knocks it away. Free kick go to Lowe. Lowe, who kicked a goal in the first quarter and took a couple of great marks, gives it to Daniels. Daniels towards full forward. On a leg, Grant. Now Phoebe. chips it into the centre. Line in the front spot, Arnold with him. Nixon able to get the crumbs. Then a high left foot at a half forward. Cracker should take it. Oh, didn't. It looked easy enough. Did pretty well though to Pekin. To Nixon from 50. Left foot to the goal front. Grant at the back, and he takes a specky. An excellent finger tipper against Lovett. Not easy to take, having to run backwards, and he was able to hold it. So Grant, who's had a terrific year for St Kilda, was injured last week and is playing in the forward line, is about to put the Saints in front from point-blank range, and it goes straight through as you'd expect. St Kilda 4-5, Melbourne 4-2.
So it continues goal for goal. Jim Cracker missing the mark initially, then knocking the ball out. St Kilda keeping it going. It came to Nixon, who ran inside the 50, and Grant taking the mark. Lovett claiming there was a push in the back. The umpire unmoved, and St Kilda lead by 3 points. It's 29-26. Play restarts. Harding this time. That's been a great duel on the ball. Melbourne work it their way marginally, and they're penalised. Newport at the base of that pays the penalty for holding the ball. A little harsh. Daniels kicking towards half forward. Phoebe, timely fist, goes after it, couldn't control it, he's hurt. Rice gets it away. Low back to Rice, but meantime there's a whistle. I think it was deemed a throw. In any case, it's a Melbourne free, and Phoebe slow to get up. Lovett towards half forward. Lyon. Arnold fisting away. Newport in front of Winmar, who wanted it more. Superbly done. Winmar. Pekin. Arnold dragged off it. Stretch. The hurried kick back towards half forward. Hickmott's in front. Devonport a fist only as far as Newport. Smothered by Devonport. Newport goes again. Many of the Sinkports out there. This is Rice. Nicely done. Drives through centre wing towards half forward. And why not go there? Lowe's taken the mark. Was he going? Umpire says no. Stuart Lowe will kick from just inside the 50, with the Saints leading by 3 points. He's got to be, and he is the target this afternoon for the Saints. Stuart Lowe, study and concentration to good effect. That's a goal. They battled hard on the outer side. Devonport a couple of times, getting the ball on the ground, then applying the smother and tackling, really working overtime, and then capping it off. A strong mark from Lowe, definitely their focal point.
5-5 to 4-2, 10 shots to 6. The Saints lead by 9 points. Harding and Steins have been taking off early all day. They'll be very sore tonight. Rice, who's been busy and skillful. Hughes falling over. Harvey off the ground. Bowie. Nixon. Coughlin. It takes forever to sit. Still Coughlin. High one. Low not underneath it. And Cameron takes the mark. Low always out of position that time. Cameron just chips it to Johnson, who will find that he's got no one ready to kick it to. He's going to have to draw Daniels, and he did it very well. Chingay was a bit slack there for the first time today. Daniels was able to rob it off him. Then Johnson, and a free kick to Daniels, and Johnson doesn't like it. Well, it was a bit ticky-touchwood in the end, but it was in the back. Daniels from 50 metres. Low on a lead. Sun in his eyes. At the back, Cameron. Oh, that was awkward and not all that good. Steins, what mobility for a big man. Lovell, it won't sit. Pekin, high one. Great goal. A beauty. 6-5 to 4-2.
Well, I think Andy Lovell would like to buy the tape from us there. He didn't commit to that ball. Pekin did. And Pekin, under pressure, a long left foot bomb, got the goal. Stakes are very high for the Saints, and they're playing accordingly this afternoon. The lead now is 15 points, certainly the biggest we've had in this game. Harding down only as far as Obst. Kicks inside half forward. Bennett trapped the half volley pretty well. Away to Viney, kicking at his second goal, and he misses to the left-hand side. One of the few times they've been forward in this term, Melbourne. 6-5-4-3. Devonport to bring it in. A player of great promise. A couple of weeks ago kicked 5 goals, and today in defence doing a sterling job. Straight down the middle. Steins comes over the top taking the mark. Harding looking for a free kick, not forthcoming. Steins inside the centre square. Down towards Bennett. Frawley got the fist on it. Harvey towards half back. Stretch beaten by the bounce. Rice in turn. Back came Stretch. Tackled when he didn't have it. Rice and Stretch go at it. And it's going to be a Stretch free kick for the initial tackle. Obst out of mid-air. Pekin didn't go the required distance. That was ambitious. Down goes Harvey. Stretch away to Heaver. In the congestion, Heaver recovers. The kick not a good one. He had a little more time than he knew. And Harding, towering mark.
So the Saints going pretty well here at the MCG. 41-27. Harding from centre half back. Low the target as always. Oh, he's just too big, too strong and too good. To full forward. Grant. Lovett and Phoebe. Still Phoebe. Lovett. Loose man set up. Stretch. Now he runs out of players for a moment and has to go long to centre wing. Low. Not this time. Lyon. High tackle on him it looked. Arnold. Sweeping hand pass to Harvey. Harvey over the top to Rice who gripped the 1-2. And Harvey from 60 metres to Grant. Champagne footy that. That's the sort of drill work you do on a Tuesday night. And David Grant, who's kicked a goal already from 10 metres out, this time is 35 metres out and tucked away in the pocket. It'll take a good one. And the drop punt is a magnificent kick. 7-5 to 4-3.
So St Kilda skipping away. Rice and Harvey combining. Nice exchange. But half forward with the hands. And then Grant on the end of it. And watch the kick from David Grant. Tucked away in the right full forward pocket. Did not deviate. That's a magnificent kick. 7-5, 4-3. Just over 17 minutes remaining in this first half. And Melbourne with the job in front of them now. The confidence certainly has grown amongst these Saints. Arnold going nowhere and penalised for holding the ball. Well, that seemed a little bit tough, but he took them on, I guess. And having done that, paid the penalty. Steins looking for Bennett, who's been quiet. Drops the mark. Lovell went down. Harvey, relieving kick back to the middle. Hughes, haven't seen much of him in the second term, gets the hand pass away. Nixon couldn't control it. Steins has got it now. Kicks inside 50. Going back Crawley. Plays on. Laurie to Devonport. He can go to Rice. That was his intention, but he slipped over. Bad luck for the Saints. Still he tries. Well, Rice has taken the mark just inside the boundary line. It came off, albeit belatedly. So Rice from the wing towards half forward. Steins fisted away by Lowe again. 2 flying with him. Bowie should have made more of that. Lowe slaps it out to Bowie. Superbly done. Bowie, the hand pass knocked down by Obst. Lowe again to Coughlin. Across it comes to Bowie. Upended as he kicks. Grant flies. Couldn't hang on. Cameron knocks it away, but back to Grant. Grant snaps and kicks his 3rd goal.
Well, Dennis Stewart Lowe's football was just first class there. Bowie made a couple of errors at half forward, but Lowe helped him out each time, and he was able to get it to full forward, and Grant was very, very good. And his kick was excellent for his 3rd goal. Well, 53-27. Suddenly, St Kilda have taken a grip on this. They're 26 points in front. Harvey, a long one. Low at the back. Cameron at the front. Phoebe caught. Johnson smothered by Nixon. He should get it to Cracker. Pressure, still pressure. Cracker with a chance. Looks for a free kick, not paid. Handball to Winmar. Winmar will goal. Misses and should not have. It was a gimme. Really should have drilled it home. 8-6-4-3. Double the score.
Uncharacteristic by Winmar. Poor kick in by Johnson too. Tingay, was he pushed in the back? Not according to the umpire. Daniels. Cracker grabbed by the leg. No free there. Jeffrey tries to crash his way through. Daniels an opportunity in the left full forward pocket. Phoebe touches it over the line. Well, it's all St Kilda. They're coming down in waves. A bit happening off the ball. Cracker and Keogh. That's broken up quickly. 8-7 plays 4-3 as Phoebe, wasting no time, kicks it directly to Rice. Rice. 2 Melbourne men on the mark. Harvey's got it now. It's a question of accuracy from here. Harvey slides it across the goal face and through for a minor score. So St Kilda irrepressible at the moment. 8-6 to 4-3. 8-8. 8-8 to 4-3 rather.
They've kicked 5-3 to 1 point in this term. Hughes with a long one. On a perfect day for football. Steins went to Cameron. They bumped one another over. Stretch. Left foot. Glenn Lovett, who's come on at half forward, takes the mark in front of Pekin. Then goes to centre half forward. Bennett falls over. Tingay there. Smothered by Frawley, or the punch away Arnold caught. This time it'll be a ball up.
Well, that should have been rewarded, that tackle. That was an outstanding tackle by Obst, given what happened there. He slipped. Coughlin tried to stop and go back. Just an outstanding tackle and should have got the free.
Lyon and Harding. Harding wins the tap. Quick kick by Lovett to the goal square. Frawley and Bennett. And at the moment, Frawley would be very happy with the job he's doing, and so would coach Ken Sheldon. And Melbourne crawl up the 4-4 to 8-8. Devonport goes short, and he's got Harding all on his own.
Harding, little chip pass out towards right half back. Pekin, lunging mark. What an acquisition he's been. Pekin, high towards centre wing. Low, but the free kick is going to Spalding. Spalding with this ball, left centre wing. Plays on. Bennett's the target, stood his ground in front, couldn't complete the mark. Daniels appeared to be taken high. He's going to get the free kick. I think it was Hickmott that collected him on the way through. Daniels a little slow to get up to Jeffrey, who kicks into open space. There was no one to kick to. Newport doesn't look either. That's a shocking effort. Just threw it on the boot and kicked it out of bounds on the full. No excuse for that from an experienced campaigner. He's been a fine player for them over the seasons, but that time a real blemish as Jeffrey goes looking for Lowe. Bad luck for the big man. Couldn't hang on. Keogh got it from Viney. Tingay straight to Burke. Burke back to centre wing. Lowe will take it. Winmar is running on down the ground, but Lowe well held by Newport.
6 marks a day, 122 for the season. Umpire Saws telling Lowe exactly where he's got to kick it from, and he just chips it to Bowie. So Melbourne a bit loose at the moment, and real danger. Arnold wasn't looking. Daniels was. He's got Rice outside him. A bit wobbly. Harvey. Cracker. Should go. Drop punt. All too easy. They are cutting Melbourne apart. 9-8 to 4-4.
Well, Harvey had time there to change his mind. Initially he was thinking about kicking the ball, and such was the pressure or lack of it from the Melbourne players that Harvey reassessed it and gave it out to Cracker, who kicked the easiest goal of the afternoon. So Melbourne really looking ill at ease all over the ground at the moment. A lot of transformations come over this game because Melbourne were the dominant side in the first term. Despite what was on the scoreboard, they led by only 3 points. It should have been more. 9-8 to 4-4. Pekin out of the congestion towards half forward. Melbourne can't concede the next goal. This is Brett Lovett. Sweeping hand pass away to Lyon. Haven't seen much of him this afternoon so far. Whoops. It's that sort of day for the Demons. Lyon around the corner to Hughes. Hughes goes long. Bennett surrounded by Saints. What a strong mark. That could be the turning point. He was never going to mark that, but somehow he did. Darren Bennett will kick from just inside the 50. Distance won't be a problem. He kicks it a long way. This to level Tony Lockett on the season. It'll be his first of the afternoon if he gets it. Not even close.
Disappointing performance by Bennett there. Melbourne up to 4-5. He's got 2 points today, Bennett, both from about 50 metres out. The first one was very close. That one didn't scare it at all. Laurie takes a chance. Oh, Viney did well. Lovell, Glenn Lovett caught and gone, I'd say. Bowie. Lovell chips in. Hickmott. Newport. Another error by Newport and a very sloppy handball. And a throw in. So Newport not playing as well this season as he did last. And poor kick 5 minutes ago. And then a pretty ordinary handball. Harding all too easy to Pekin. Stretch should take it. And he does it half forward.
Stephen Stretch. He's been a good player. One of their few. It's a Lion. Too far out to score. Goes for distance. They'll contest about 20 metres out. Big pack. Not much chance for the forwards there. Burke robbed of the ball by Hickmott. Quick hands across to Lovell. Hasn't got the carry. I doubt it. Fisted through for a minor score. Danny Frawley having a good afternoon so far. There's the time remaining. The margin is 32 points.
Laurie to bring her back in for St Kilda. Usually an excellent kick. Gets good distance again with a low drop punt. Stretch. An excellent mark. As Dennis said, one of Melbourne's few good players. Bennett on a long lead. Will he get to it? A couple of St Kilda players in front of him. Sits down for Lovett. Good tackle though on Lovett. St Kilda's tackling's been very good. Obbs tries to get through. Jeffrey tries to barge his way through. Pekin with a long handball to Rice. And this is where they've been very good. Rice with a daisy cutter. But Spalding able to take it. In front of Lowe at centre wing. Doesn't take the mark though. Not paid. Lowe tries to crash his way through. Free kick. Stuart Lowe at centre wing. The star of this first half. So Lowe from centre wing with still 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter. And St Kilda with a big lead. Steins underneath it. Grant comes in from the side. Lovett caught. Steins over the top. Just gives it to Spalding. And it'll be a ball up about 55 to 60 metres out. St Kilda on attack.
Interesting, Bruce. The second effort of some of these Melbourne players non-existent there. Phoebe stood in the tackle, gave the hand pass off, and then became immediately a spectator. And Newport did likewise just moments ago as Phoebe gets a kick away around the outer side. Not quite in tune with this game, Melbourne, at the moment. Harding, great tackle by Obst, and Obst is going to get the free kick. They need something to spark them, Melbourne. Obst, who played well in the first term, to Lovell, who considers the option of running on, then checks. Now he's been told he played on, which is news to him. He goes into the pocket. That was a courageous mark by Glenn Lovett, drifting across the face of what was a two-man pack there to mark some 35 metres out from goal. Acute angle. Wrong side for him. Let's see what he can do. Kicks it with the right. Not a bad effort. Misses to the near side. Melbourne a 4-7, St Kilda 9-8. Just over 7 minutes remaining till the half.
The Demons have kicked 5 points in this term to 6-3. 9 shots to 7. They haven't registered a goal. Devonport looking for Arnold. Hughes at the back. Keogh gets rid of it in a hurry to Johnson. To the goal square. But Frawley, who's having a pretty good day, the captain, to Devonport. Rice and Stretch. That's an excellent duel out there. Rice with one bounce. Terrific pace. Spalding and Lowe. Oh, what a mark. As good as you'll ever see. Winmar. Grant. Good take. and good kick, gives it a chance. Hughes, Bowie, still in, and was that out of bounds on the full off Hughes? No, says the boundary umpire. But what about Lowe's mark at centre half forward?
Fantastic mark. Up a fraction early and just hung there. And that's a lot of weight suspended. Steins down to Lyon. Finds the man amidst the Saints. That's Johnson. Away he goes. Johnson towards half forward. Viney, interfered with, will get the free kick in the true centre half forward position. So a couple of late goals required by the Demons to stay in this. Just over 6 minutes remaining till half time. Tengay drifting up from the wing. Poor marking by his man Daniels there. So Tengay will kick from just inside the 50. 8 kicks, 3 hand passes for Tengay. That's got enough carry. Yes, it's a goal. His first. It was nip and tuck right on the line, and it snuck in. Melbourne 5-7, St Kilda 9-8. And that time Tengay just drifting away from Daniels, pushing up towards half forward. Daniels caught betwixt and between. That was Tengay and the kicker. Across it came to Tengay. And there you see the kick just over the line.
9-8 to 5-7. St Kilda's lead by 25 points. Melbourne kicking their first goal of the second term. Harding with a tap. Harvey with a quick kick to half forward. Lovett and Grant. Grant, who's had a very good term. Lovett. Stretch. Short. Glenn Lovett, who's done pretty well. This is his 4th kick since coming on in the second quarter. To centre half forward. Bennett the target. Frawley against him. Viney, good handball. Johnson drop punt. And a goal. Just what the doctor ordered. 6-7 to 9-8.
I suppose when we talk about footy, you go back and you think about coaches telling you to talk. Well, there was a classic example on the far wing. It had to be great voice from, I think it was Stretch, who called for Lovett to get the ball out to him. Lovett was surrounded. He went and found Stretch with what was a 15-metre hand pass, and the rest eventuated down the ground. Viney getting the hand pass away, and Melbourne getting the goal through Johnson. Inside 5 minutes till half-time. Viney again. Newport knocking it on. Burt going back. Can the Saints hold the line now? Winmar across his own half-back line. Low. How can he find so much space? To Bowie. Bowie runs to half-forward. Goes looking for Grant. Wide of the mark. Lovett drops the mark. On his knees. Recovers superbly. Great evasion. Gets the kick away. Hughes takes the mark at half-back. Melbourne looking better. Steins wanted a lot of time. Scrambles the kick forward. Johnson. The idea was right. He was trying to get it to Newport. Knocked out of there by Arnold. They battle on. Bowie's got an opportunity now. Melbourne have got the numbers. Phoebe, after Lovett, ran Grant under the ball.
From full back. Looks for Glenn Lovett on the long one. Cameron and Glenn Lovett. Winmar. Rice. And this is one that won't get away. So it'll be a stop in play and a ball up. St Kilda on attack just slightly, leading 9-8 to 6-7. But Melbourne have stood firm in the last 10 minutes and been able to turn it around just a little. 3.5 minutes before half-time. And oh, how important one more goal would be to either side. Winmar very slowly after it. Newport couldn't get him. Winmar with a long one. And that's not good. Pretty ordinary. So Yates to bring her back in. Yes, if the Demons can get one, it'll bring them right up within some sort of touch. And if St Kilda can do it, it'll give them a 4-goal break. And Low again. Well, this is absolutely outstanding, Low. His 9th mark, and a couple of them have been breathtaking. He's kicked towards centre half forward. Harvey in the front spot, but Stein's a little too big that time.
Away to Stretch. Lovell's got it now across half back. Towards centre wing. Tengay did well in a tight situation. Knocked it Melbourne's way. Grant Laurie. And Andrew Obst out towards the boundary line, and Laurie tried to dress it up as best he could, and the umpire liked what he saw, so it'll be thrown in. Outside 60. Lyon there with Lowe. Lowe into the path of Devonport, well shepherded by Coughlin, runs to centre wing, goes looking for Grant through his hands, Cracker waiting behind. Nixon too far out to score. Back goes Spalding, judged it to a nicety. Very cool there, Earl Spalding. In his own defensive goal square, a shade too cool now. Into the pocket, Stretch in all sorts of trouble, didn't deserve that from Spalding, and now Cracker will take the mark. Well, there's cool and there's ice cold, and I think Spalding just crossed that border down there in the goal square. It comes to Coughlin, slightly better angle. Coughlin directly in front. What a blunder by Spalding.
Yes, a big mistake. Will Coughlin make him pay for it? 40 metres out. I think he fancies himself better on the run, Frank Coughlin. But most league footballers should kick this. 40 metres directly in front. Drop punt, nice kick. Just off to the left and behind. So the Saints let the Demons off the hook a little. 9-9 to 6-7.
You've got to know your teammates too, Bruce. Jimmy Cracker should know about Coughlin, not for us to say. I mean, Cracker should have taken the shot, clearly. Yes,
he was the same distance out. And the angle, whilst it was not directly in front, wasn't all that tough. Yates bangs it back in, looking for Stretch. Rice able to spoil him and then put the pressure on. Harvey. Can the Saints set up a goal in the last minute to Harding? Harding left foot kick to the goal front, and he blazes away, and no result at all. So the Demons to bring her back in. 55 seconds remaining. 9-9, 6-7.
The Saints have left the minute. Johnson around the outer side. Lowe comes over the top, looking to spoil that time. Phoebe goes back with Jeffrey, and it's out of bounds and will be thrown in. 9-9, 6-7. Get the feeling Melbourne is still in this, well and truly, but the Saints will rue their misfortunes at half-time. Misfortunes of their own making. Steins, that's holding the ball. No, play on, says the umpire. Harvey to Jeffrey. Can they still manufacture that late goal? No. In fact, it may come at the other end as Spalding emerges with the ball. Kicks to half forward. Obst has got the run of it. He'll cut inside the defender there, Burke. Knocks it to the advantage of Lovett, who rides a buck. 20 metres out, kicks a goal. So are the fortunes of war. St Kilda had their chances. It could well be their very season has ridden on the last 30 seconds. Who knows? Melbourne 7-7, still trails St Kilda 9-9. They had their chance at one end, the Saints. They paid at the other.
Start of the second half, Melbourne 7-7, St Kilda 9-9. 14-point margin after St Kilda had a 33-point lead halfway through the second quarter. Melbourne going to left of screen. Winmar on the up from 50 metres with a drop punt to the goal square. And hitting the behind post on the full. So 63 to 49. And it'll be a Melbourne kick to Stephen Phoebe.
Interesting, Bruce, that Stuart Cameron's gone to centre half forward now for Melbourne, and Spalding is picking up Lowe,
who was a star in the first half with 9 marks. So mistake there by Phoebe, and it'll be a throw in deep in St Kilda's attacking zone.
Unforgivable, that. Straight into Lowe. So we've got a boundary throw in alongside the behind post. Steins and Lowe, two of the heavyweights of the league. It falls forward. Yates was over the ball momentarily. This is Keogh. Hard against the boundary line. Gains only about 20 metres. It stays up a long time. Bowie. Harvey keeps it in front. Lyon with desperation. Winmar away to Cracker. Cracker running away from the goal outside 50. Pulls it back. Lowe's favoured by the kick. Couldn't take the mark. Great defence by Hughes. Johnson to the opposite pocket. Phoebe hasn't had the best of days. Intended for Obst. Harding over the top too tall. This is Rice across his body. Bowie surrounded but takes the mark. Stood his ground well. He'll kick from just outside the 50. Brett Bowie. Low indicating he wants it long. Bowie looking to oblige. The kick falls in short. Steins couldn't complete the mark. This is Johnson. Phoebe's got it now in the back pocket. Back to Johnson.
And then looking for Obst, but unable to keep the ball in, and it'll be a throw in. 49-63, Saints by 14 points. Bowie just a little ginger, just a little injured at the moment, but he'll run that out, I'd imagine. Taking a hard knock. Now Harding and Steins, hasn't been much in it. They've both battled away pretty well. Winmar, Pekin have to get a quick kick, and he does. Phoebe takes the mark. So Phoebe getting some touches at the start of this second half from the back pocket to centre wing. Cameron, who's playing at centre half forward, as Dennis Cometti told us. Obst, good tackle on him by Jeffrey. Bowie with a quick kick. Yates should take it comfortably, and he does.
In the back pocket, Graham Yates plays on. Kicks towards midfield. Tingay will have to go. Laurie comes over the top. Newport. Glenn Lovett has it knocked away by Russo on the ground now. Russo slaps it straight to Obst. Obst kicks inside 50. Bennett and Frawley. Bennett got a hand to it. This is Viney. Snaps it back and puts it out of bounds on the full in the right full forward pocket. Viney's kicked 1 goal so far. Here's Devonport. Hugs the boundary line and finds Laurie.
Gained about 15 metres. Laurie similarly. Pinpoint accuracy to Nixon. But if one of them doesn't come off, you're in trouble. Nixon into the centre. Looking for Coughlin. Under pressure though from Lyon. Obst handball. Misses the body. Good tackle though by Glenn Lovett. And it'll be a ball up. Obst and Coughlin. Off the ball. Lyon coming in. And Rowan Saws just tells them all to call it. Blue time on, now we're back with it. No score after half-time. A bit like this in the first quarter. It took 6 or 7 minutes to register behind for St Kilda. Handball by Coughlin. Russo with his first kick. Not a good one though. Sporting in front of Lowe this time, and he takes the mark on the centre square.
Taking his time. Now kicks towards centre half forward. Bennett the target. Off hands. Obst held without it. No free kick. Play goes on. Johnson crashed into by Winmar. And will have a bounce. I don't think Obst was staging for a free kick there. Harding. Coughlin away. Rice. That hand pass went nowhere. Steins the hurried kick inside 50. Tingay has been a star. Laurie wins that battle and gets it out of bounds. It will be thrown in.
Good defensive work by Grant Laurie, who is playing his 162nd game of league football today. First season with the Saints. Harding in the front. Steins a little tall. Devonport smothered by Glenn Lovett. Quick kick by Johnson, and almost a mark there to Cameron. Arnold, free kick to Cameron, the mark paid. Well, the umpires haven't been consistent today in a couple of their decisions, but Cameron being paid the mark. The angle's about 45 degrees, maybe 50, but he's only 20 metres out. Did play in the back line in the first term. Kicked just 2 goals in his career, and that's his third. 8-7 to 9-9. The Demons are back within 14. Make that back within 8 points.
Very important goal, that one. Bowie running back with the flight of the ball, and Cameron looking to take the mark, unable to, but paid the free kick. So Cameron, after a failed time in the back line against very good opposition, Stuart Lowe in the first half, now on the forward line, kicking a big goal. Bowie's off the ground as a result of all of that. St Kilda lead 9-9 to 8-7. Harding wins it down. Russo wide of the pack, knocked on by Grant. Newport kicks towards half forward. Viney's in front, missed the mark. Devonport intercepted though by Tingay. Back to the advantage of Viney, inside 50, scrambles it down towards full forward, and Arnold does well. Arnold, little chip pass. Harding, enthralling duel that one between Harding and Steins. Honours about even so far. Harding goes for distance towards the centre circle. Grant Laurie in from the side. Good mark. Away to Nixon. Nixon towards half forward. Low the target. Cracker over his head. Winmar wide of Low. Pekin against the boundary line, but plenty of time. Settles. Now he's in trouble. Took too long. Back to Cracker. Cracker towards full forward. Favoured by the kick is Grant. So Grant marks about 15 metres out.
He's kicked 3 goals, playing as a forward. Played a lot of the first 10 games of this season in the back line, but he's kicked very well today, and that's another good one. 10-9 to 8-7.
Well, Tim Pekin got himself into all sorts of trouble in the pocket, but eventually got the hand pass across to Cracker. And Cracker, the hurried kick down towards the kickoff line. And always, Grant was going to take a lot of beating in that contest. The ball favouring him. Grant takes the mark. And then, as you see, finishes it off from about 20 metres out.
69 to 55. So we're back to the margin. It was at half-time. And a free kick to Melbourne from the centre square. So Steins it'll boot. Infringement obviously in the square. To centre half forward. Bennett, who's been disappointing. Frawley gets rid of him. Viney, who's always very strong. Kick across the face of goal, and Russo able to stand his ground and take the mark in the back pocket.
Russo short towards half back, and Frawley has done a fine job. Harvey to Jeffrey, confronted. Got it away though, and still they work it forward. The kick comes in towards half forward from Russo. Lowe couldn't claim it. Stretch, well done. Stretch up from half back, through centre towards half forward. Viney in from the side, gave a contest. Devonport. Johnson is there too, and we've got a whistle right on the 50-metre line.
Demons in attack. Craig Devonport had an excellent first quarter. One stirring run setting a goal up for Bowie. Glenn Lovett after a very good tap down by Steins. And it's a behind. Lovett, who kicked a inspiring goal on the siren in the second quarter. So Melbourne up to 8-8 to 10-9. Arnold will bring it back in for the Saints. Straight down the ground with a drop punt. Harding the target. Oh, great mark to Obst. Used Harding's back and was able to hang almost horizontally. Drop punt back to full forward. Arnold stands his ground. Lovell from the side. Devonport just dropped it. Quick kick away though by the Saints. Devonport, or Burke it was, and it'll be a throw in the pocket. St Kilda defending there bravely.
Very important time in this game right here, as Melbourne are throwing everything at the Saints. Bennett tried to get it behind the pack. Frawley slapped it wide though. Pekin rides a bump but dispossessed. Obst comes away with it and kicks it straight into Laurie. Obst goes again, applies the tackle unfairly. So Laurie gets the free kick. Grant Laurie kicks out wide. Very intelligent kick. Perfectly weighted, and Pekin going back. Didn't have to break stride. Tim Pekin from centre wing towards half forward. Low the target. Outmarks 2 of them. And he was in good company there. Spalding and Lyon. Low towards the pocket. Steins goes back, but the mark is taken by the leading Grant. Well, Steins stretching back, failed to touch it. So a couple of great kicks there. Initially to find Pekin. And then this man Grant kicking at his 5th. It's home. The Saints increase their lead. St Kilda 11-9, Melbourne 8-8. So precision football along the members' side of the ground by the Saints. And the kick just going over the head of a despairing Jim Stynes. Grant takes the mark, and probably his longest goal today. He converts from about 40 metres out.
Handy break again for the Saints. They lead by 19 points, 11-9 to 8-8. Grant with 5 goals. Stretches, kick smothered, gets a second chance. Laurie, who's having a very good third quarter. Left foot. Cracker at the back. Hughes. Harvey. Tingay able to take it after a loose handball. Tingay back to centre half forward. Bennett in the front spot. No free kick paid. Very unlucky. Melbourne fans don't like it. Harvey to centre half forward. There's Luke Donald, number 51, who's just come onto the ground. Phoebe. Winmar has got low at centre half forward. The tackle was good by Spalding. Phoebe. Donald rides him to the ground. Play on. Yates from Hughes. Stretch. Just chips it. Now there's 4 Melbourne players. Glenn Lovett to Gary Lyon, who hasn't done enough today. Drop punt. Looks for Viney. Devonport at the back. Pekin. And Pekin's handball good to Laurie, who should bang it to centre half forward.
And he does. Winmar unattended. Nicky Winmar. He's been quiet. When you look back over the matches he's had against Melbourne in recent times, he picked up 5 Brownlow medal votes in the 2 games last year. In the second of those, kicked 9 goals against the Demons. That was in round 21 of last season. A chance to get his second here. He'll kick from just outside the 50. He's taking plenty of time. Melbourne fans not too happy. So Nicky Winmar to give it a ride. He's off target. Lowe is down there. He can't reach it. And through it goes for a behind. So testing time now for Melbourne. They started the term well, but the Saints have steadied like a good side. 11-10 to 8-8. Phoebe. Members side with a kick. Cracker comes back, but Yates takes the mark. Wants to play on, and does. A bit happening off the ball. Lovett and Cracker. Meantime, the kick goes to centre wing, and Pekin takes the mark. And Lovett and Cracker going on with it. It's going to be a Melbourne free. Not sure what that was all about, the free kick, but Keogh gives it to Lyon, who's at left half forward. Tingay. Well, this young man's been a star this afternoon. 10 kicks, 4 hand passes. A chance to score from about 40 metres out. He's kicked 1 goal. That's a confident kick, straight through the middle. So Melbourne come back again. St Kilda 11-10. The Demons are 9-8. Free kick paid on centre wing to Keogh. And Melbourne quick to run the ball down the ground. And a diving mark by Stephen Tingay went back. And that is a very good kick.
14 points of difference. Still the Saints lead. 11-10 to 9-8. Brett Lovett off for Melbourne. And Hickmott back on. Lyon couldn't get the kick away. Rice caught. A very important 10 minutes coming up. Yates at the back of Cracker. Nixon. Winmar on a lead. Still Winmar. Still Winmar. Bowie. Snap. Misses.
Well, that was great defence by Steve Newport. He demanded that time that Bowie kick it with his right foot. He closed down the left side completely. Bowie wanted to come back on his left side, and Newport would not buy that dummy, made him kick it with the right. He's not as strong.
Yates to half-back. Stynes tried to thump it over the back. Russo gets a quick kick only as far as Glenn Lovett. Brett Lovett on the boundary line now. Johnson, good kick by Lovett. Johnson to fall forward. Cameron through his fingers. Viney. Free kick. against Devonport. Viney with a very strong body, able to get rid of the football, and the Devonport just hung on too long. Viney has kicked 1 goal, and one out of bounds on the full. Tucked away in the pocket. Grant kicked a goal in the second quarter from a similar angle, but a lot further out for St Kilda. And with Melbourne 15 points behind, this is a vital kick. Drop punt, hits a post. 9-9 to 11-11. 1-2 to Viney as Devonport's to bring it back in.
A real slogging game, this one. Very entertaining. Devonport straight up the middle. Harding surrounded. It falls forward. Jeffrey from half-back. Intending, I think, to give it to Nixon, but Tingay's got it. Back towards half-forward. Good kick. And Viney, who's been busy on the forward line, their best forward this afternoon. Too far out to score. Centering kick. Missed by Cameron. Keogh waiting behind. Pulls it back across his body. Frawley to Devonport. Very cool Devonport. Back to centre wing. Winmar, classical one-hander. Body to body against Newport and beat him. Nicky Winmar. Poor kick. Lovett. Shocking effort by Winmar. Glenn Lovett, the defensive side of the centre circle. High kick towards right half forward. Viney, a late inclusion in that field, and he's outmarked from behind. That's interesting. Devonport plays on. Jeffrey. Peakin's got it. Peakin through centre towards half forward. Lows the target. How will it sit for him? He's claimed by Spalding. Held too long in the tackle, I thought. No free kick. Phoebe went looking for Yates. Phoebe copped one. Nothing spiteful in that. It's going to be a free kick though to Phoebe. Well, I think Lowe was a bit stiff there. The tackle seemed to be on for a long time after he hand passed to his own advantage.
Couple of changes. Daniels back on. Russo off for St Kilda. Cameron off for Melbourne, and Brett Lovett back on. So Phoebe from the back pocket to centre wing. Steins in the front. Laurie at the back. Thumped away by the Saints. Cracker. Still Cracker able to get his kick away. Hughes underneath it. Did very well there to Tingay. Was able to thump it to him. Tingay's kick okay. Lyon. Lovett, who's just come on to Stretch. And this is what Stretch loves to do. Short but not good. And St Kilda with a chance. An important ball to be won. Devonport with a quick kick. Well, Stretch had the chance. Hughes under pressure. Newport goes to ground. Gee, it's on behind play between Nixon and Hickmott. Lyon takes a mark at centre wing. Well, they'll sort themselves out in a hurry. Lyon to half forward. A bit of feeling in this game. No free kick. Steins in the pocket. One bounce. Drop punt. And he misses. The Demons were calling it home. But they go to 9-10 to 11-11. And suddenly, Dennis, goals have become pretty tough to get.
Yes. They're battling it out now. Daniels, good mark. Remarkable performance by Nixon as he simply tackled the shepherd of Hickmott a few moments ago. Daniels towards midfield. Lowe gave a great contest. This is Keogh. Forward of the centre circle, Keogh. Long down towards full forward. Frawley has been the master all day, and he gets back again. Away to Devonport. Peakin's got it now. Right half back. Runners inside. Arnold decides he'll have a bounce. That's ambitious. Now he's in trouble. And again, great tackle by Stretch. Melbourne paid the advantage. Steins is away to Lyon. Man on in the middle. In fact, two of them. It comes back to Steins. Perhaps could have gone to Glenn Lovett. The kick from Steins is a shocker. Not at his best on the run. And Jim Steins sees it bounce out of bounds in the right full forward pocket. The longer option may have been the better one. Glenn Lovett, who's very nimble and a very good running kick, is only about 10 metres away. Viney crashes into that pack. Daniels emerges with the ball. Bowie takes the mark just up from the back pocket.
Had 9 kicks and 7 handballs. Gives it to Jeffrey. Jody Arnold taking too long for the second time today, moments ago. No free kick paid for Low or Spalding. Frank Coughlin with a sweeping handball straight to the opposition, Yates. Left foot, tremendous pressure out there at the moment. The footy very hard to get hold of. It requires courage and concentration, and Daniel showed both. To centre half forward Low. Up against 2 Melbourne players. Hughes able to get back. Chance for Rice. Obbs will come at him hard from behind. Rice to centre half forward. Winmar. Still Winmar. Chance now for Harvey, who spins his way out. Still with Harvey and Winmar. Quick kick by Harvey. Will it stay in? Yes, it does, and Nixon takes the mark at half forward. It's got Bowie short, calling for it. Got Low now looking for a lead. Nixon, 2 marks, 8 kicks. And as Dennis Cometti said a couple of minutes ago, involved in an extraordinary incident after Hickmott was just shepherding him off. Seemed to lose his cool completely. Will he kick a goal here? It'll take a very good kick. Drop punt, coming back. What a goal. A beauty. 12-11 to 9-10.
Well, a high kick from Rice. Hung in the air a long time. Nixon took the mark. And watch this kick. In running, you would never back it. And yet at the last possible moment, it swung right to left and snuck through. And what a big goal it was, not only in the context of this game, but perhaps the season for the Saints. Handy lead now. We're back in the middle. Coughlin goes off the ground. Melbourne need the next goal. Tingay fell over. Keogh with the run of it. Keogh does well. Kicks through centre. It bounces towards half forward. Johnson hand passes towards centre half forward. Devonport, as he's done all day, stands firm. Kicks it out wide, but it's all Melbourne. Stretch. Possibly Melbourne's best player. And now the shepherd was too far off the ball, says the umpire. Well, Rice gets the free kick, and I suppose technically the umpire was right, but certainly the umpire putting his stamp on that piece of play, as Tingay has claimed. Now, I'm not sure that umpires should do that. Clearly, it was going to be, in the scheme of things, a Melbourne ball. It was 3 against 1. The man was 15 metres in the clear, and the umpire decided to pluck a free kick out of that and change the nature of things. Well, if it's the rule, it's the rule. But Melbourne a little stiff. Steins. Rice has got it. Smothered off the boot by Obst. Brett Lovett timed the release superbly. And away goes Phoebe towards half forward. Viney couldn't juggle it. Knocked away by Devonport. Scramble forward by Heber. Brilliantly taken by Burke, away to Coughlin.
With a drop punt, Low the target. Spalding doing pretty well in this term. Cracker to Bowie. And will he go? Yes, he does. 13-11 to 9-10. And that was an excellent Rovers goal, because the handball put him under a little bit of pressure, and he was quick enough to control it and snap truly.
Now, if you want the story of the game, it's here. Just watch Hughes. The indecision whether he goes to Low or stays off. At the last possible moment he checks, but that was time enough for that man to get free and kick the goal. So Melbourne now in deep trouble. They trail by 25 points. St.Kilda showing a lot of fight this afternoon. They're still very much in this competition. Obst, the high kick. Pekin with great courage going back after it. Viney away to Tingay. Opportunity for Johnson. Johnson from 40 metres out. Misses. He had a little more time than he knew. That goes through for a minor score. Remarkable effort by the Saints. They've made a lot of mistakes, and still they lead by 4 goals. Devonport, most impressive. Favours the outer side. Steins is there. Came over the top and fisted it forward. Viney, target practice. Goal. And they're the sort of mistakes that hurt teams, you wonder how Viney can be so free. Well, the answer is the man that's marking him, Devonport, kicked the ball in. St Kilda 13-11 and Melbourne at 10-11.
Yes, interesting one there. Devonport kicking the ball in. Viney standing on his own at half forward. Nobody bothering to pick him up. Stein's able to thump it out towards Viney, who turned around, as Dennis Committee said, took target practice and gold. His second today. 89-71. Viney with 2, and the Viney-Devonport clash, the most interesting of the day. Both having an effect on the game. It's been a fierce third term. Little love lost between the two teams. Some fierce tackling. And the umpires obviously directed this week to let it go. Obbs with a thump away. Burke. Rice. Oh, good turn. And if the MCG was a little better, he would have held his feet. Lowry, good kick. It was a mighty kick. It had Lowe's name written all over it. And Rice was able to get it to Peake and to Lowry, who was able to give it to Lowe. Well, you would back him in from here, wouldn't you? He's had 11 marks, 9 kicks, and kicked 2 goals. And he must finish this off with a goal, because there's a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. There's just 3 goals the difference. And after inspirational play like that, you've got to kick the goal from 20 metres out. Low, drop punt, steers it, and puts it through. 14-11 to 10-11.
Not much margin there. He snuck it through, but it was good enough. Inspired play on centre wing. Just great skills as they worked the ball in that confined space, off balance. They kept it going their way. Precision stuff by St Kilda. And Laurie measures the kick. And Lowe force-fed that time. So just over the minute remaining till three-quarter time. The Saints, try as they might, can't shake these demons. Newport, Melbourne, if this game goes according to the way it's gone all day, will get a late goal, but Devonport has other ideas. Devonport from half back towards centre wing. Grant the leaper. Newport over the ball. Jeffrey slaps it St Kilda's way. Stein's going nowhere. Newport battling 2 Saints, and will have a bounce down. Real tough game, this one. Uncompromising affair.
Centre wing, Steins, and another throw in. 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. 4 goals of difference. Harding in the front, Steins over the back. Handball. Thumped on by Heaver. Keogh taps it on. Lovett. Caught. Besieged, in fact. Arnold. Oh, well done. Well trapped there by Keogh. Bennett. Not paid. Devonport caught. Gets rid of it in a hurry. Seconds ticking away for the Saints. Burke to the safety of the boundary line. As the siren sounds, St Kilda hold firm. And at three-quarter time, they lead 14-11, 95 to Melbourne, 10-11, 71.
That was a good quarter.
Start of the final term. Melbourne kicking to the right. St Kilda lead by 4 goals. So what an important 30 minutes for the Saints. Will they still be alive in 90? Coghlan to centre half forward. Yates takes the mark against Cracker. The third quarter was excellent football. Very exciting. Harding's tap out. Laurie, who had a big third term to Bowie. Bowie, a good kick. Drop punt. Excellent kick low. Well, he's a champion. He's the best mark we've seen for a long time.
Just unstoppable, isn't he? Unstoppable.
He's kicked 3 goals and taken 12 marks. 128 marks he's taken this season. A lot of players will be proud to have that many kicks. Well, this will test him. Not famous for his kicking for goal, but he has kicked 3 today. Runs around, gives himself a chance. Well, misses. 14-12 to 10-11. Low up to 3-1. And Dennis Committee, the Demons need the first goal.
Absolutely. Not too subtle that from Stuart Lowe. Hughes kicks in short. Bowie read it brilliantly. Keeps it in front. Chance for the Saints. Charged down by Keogh. Slaps it out. Glenn Lovett didn't move it at all. And we've got a whistle. Well, Melbourne started well. Looked the better side in the opening term. But since then, St Kilda have played with greater desire. Hughes coming over the top. Brett Lovett, right half back towards centre wing. Lyon, who's gone to centre half forward, outnumbered. Obst lending a hand. Lyon can't keep it in. And a throw in on centre wing. Lyon, quiet day today. Can he turn the game in the last quarter? Required to do the ruck work here. Light rain starting to fall as Harding gets it behind the pack. Daniels knocks it on. The Saints would be quite happy with that.
We've turned the lights on here, Dennis, with the light rain falling, and it's pretty dark. And that 25-point margin suddenly looks a little larger than it did at three-quarter time. Ball may get just a little slippery. Steins holds his ground against Harding. Obst, who's been a good battler today. Bad bounce for Viney. Devonport. Chingay. Lyon. Harding looks for a free kick. They haven't been paying them all day. Viney off the ground. That's clever under the conditions. Bennett, who's been a disappointment. Lovett. Off balance and kicks it out of bounds on the full. So St Kilda kick in and it'll be taken by Nathan Burt.
Here's Burke. Members side with a kick. Harding the target. Pekin flies from behind. Keogh strong in the pack, kept it alive. Lyon across his body. And the mark is taken by Glenn Lovett. Johnson didn't shepherd according to the umpire, or did he? Yes. Well, I think that was the right decision. Laurie kept out of the contest there by Alan Johnson. And they've been consistent with that today. Laurie gets it to Rice. Sweeping hand pass out wide to accommodate Bowie, who kicks towards half forward. Awkward half volley for Harvey. Nixon's got it. Harvey left before he had it. Phoebe crashes into him. Harvey's over the ball. Still they go. No holding the ball, the decision. Well, I'm not sure that sitting on a player is deemed a tackle, but Phoebe's got it.
Yeah, I'd like to see where the tackle came from. Phoebe's kick. Steins takes the mark. Newport. Drop punt. Viney and Devonport. Daniels very cleverly done. Gets rid of it, and it'll be a ball up. Slippery ball. Saints 4 and a bit goals in front. And Melbourne's going to have to find some inspiration and somebody who can kick some goals for them. You'd reckon they'd need at least 6 goals to win it, and under these conditions, it's going to be difficult. Harvey under pressure. Kept the ball in cleverly. Did Nixon force it out? Yes, he did, and it'll be a throw-in at centre wing. 96 to 71. Long way to go, but valuable minutes already ticking away in St Kilda's favour.
Steins and Harding. Obst comes over the top, down as far as Pekin. Pekin the kick towards half forward, low in front. Knocked away by Spalding. It goes again. Earl Spalding from half back, high towards centre wing. Daniels, good mark. Jason Daniels wants to play on. Lovett appeared to come from behind the mark. Obviously the call was earlier than we saw. Keogh away to Johnson. Johnson towards half forward. Arnold knocks it down. Lyon, a half chance now for the Melbourne champion, pulls it back towards Bennett, and finally Bennett's taken this mark. Needed the rain to get his marking going today, perhaps. Darren Bennett hasn't seen much of the football. Will kick from just outside the 50. Distance shouldn't be a problem. It's a question of accuracy. He hasn't got it. Misses to the near side. So Melbourne, desperate for a goal, trail by 24 points.
0-3 for Bennett today. Just the 3 behinds, all from about 50 metres out on various angles. Devonport. It's got Frawley very short if he's prepared to take a risk. Decides not to. Straight down the centre. Oh, Winmar! Oh, what a mark! Sensational! Oh, that sends a tingle down the spine, and then a screw punt that covers 80 metres, and Phoebe just takes one on the chest to get us all back on a normal kill. That was quite wonderful, Nicky Winmar. Steins, Keogh to centre half forward, Bennett on the lead. And he takes a screamer. Well, we've seen 3 marks today. One by Lowe, one by Winmar, and one by Bennett that have been unforgettable. Lovell coming on for the Demons. And heaver off. Now, can Bennett finish this one off? Drop punt. I think he's missed again. Well, he's kicked 4 points, Dennis, and normally he's pretty safe from 45 metres out.
Yes, he kicks it so far. In fairness to him, most of the shots have been at a fair distance, but then again, distance really doesn't trouble him. Accuracy has today as Laurie kicks in the light rain. Bennett is up. St Kilda's free kick, and it's going to Harding. Interfered with before the ball arrived. This is Jeffrey from half back. Towards half forward with a kick, and there he is again, the man Mountain. As it turns out now, may not have taken the most spectacular mark of the day, but he's taken the most. Grant slid through his fingertips. Phoebe tidies up, straight back to Lowe. Well, if there was one place you didn't need to kick it in that situation, it was back to this man. He's marked everything this afternoon. 14 marks to Stuart Lowe. They contest about 15 metres out. Winmar from behind. Well, that could be the icing on the cake. Nicky Winmar hit his hands. He went back after it. And now will kick it goal from about 30 metres out on a very slight angle. If he gets this one, you get the feeling Melbourne won't be able to come back. Marvellous effort today by the Saints. They've defied the odds. Winmar gets the goal. St Kilda 15-12, Melbourne 10-13. Phoebe's clearing kick, not a particularly good one. Lowe, who just kicked it down there, takes the chest mark, and then Winmar at the second attempt marks the Lowe kick. So maybe now a match-winning lead as far as the Saints are concerned.
15-12 to 10-13, 102 to 73. Harding the tap, Bowie to the goal front, Lowe. Hughes with him, and off Hughes' foot, and a throw-in. 14 marks and 13 kicks to Stuart Lowe, and Bowie getting stronger and stronger as well as the game goes on with 13 kicks and 8 handballs. Lowe versus Steins. Body against body. Cracker. Quick kick. Winmar, who's done some great things, and here's a goal. No, he hits a post across the goal, it's a goal and out of bounds. Unbelievable. Well, I've lost my voice for the moment, Dennis. I can't believe he missed it.
Neither can he.
It was going to be just quite wonderful the way he was charging in and getting rid of everybody and going to put it through as easy as you like. But Hughes takes the kick to half-back.
Peak in the climb from behind, fisting away. Obst, good player early to Johnson. The defensive side of centre wing. Across his body, Glenn Lovett on a collision course with Devonport, who was a little untidy. This is Keogh. Keogh goes long down towards Bennett. Frawley is closing. Bennett almost the mark. Kept his footing. Pulls it back across his body. And even with a snapshot, he's kicking his wayward. Jeffrey escorts that ball across the boundary line. And now Bennett goes across to do the ruck work. Just under 15.5 minutes remaining in the game. There's the problem confronting the Demons. From behind Frawley, Bennett wins it away, but it's going to be a St Kilda free kick. Harding plays on quickly to Daniels, who swings it out wide, ill-directed. Stretch takes the mark out there. Stretch, left half forward, back towards full forward. Bennett outnumbered. Daniels away to Bowie. This is Arnold from half back through centre. Yates is in front, in from the side, Phoebe.
Good strong mark to Phoebe. He's had 11 kicks and 4 handballs. Lyon. Kick to half forward. Lovett stands his ground. Jeffrey, who's been very good. So's Devonport. And so is Laurie. Arnold, who has some time to balance up on the left leg. Goes to centre half forward. A lot of Demons there. Oh, Hughes misses. Bad mistake and caught again. Glenn Lovett. Coughlin did well there. He could have given a free kick away by attacking Lovett. Decided not to. Low off one leg to centre half forward. Bowie with courage. Grant. Yates. Left foot round his body under pressure. The Demons are really under it now. Johnson to Stretch. 16th kick coming up. High one. Centre wing. Keogh Goodmark. Did the number 31 proud that time.
He's been pretty impressive. Works hard. Strong on the ball. Plays on according to the umpire. Kicks in towards half forward. In front was Lovett. Harvey got the hand pass away to Arnold. Knocked on by Burke. Coughlin. Nicely done by Harvey, but the hand pass a little untidy. Down went Rice. Coughlin scrambles it forward. Desperate stuff from these Saints. Lovell. Strong tackle on Hughes. Ball jarred free. Kicked forward by Daniels. This is Newport. Half smothered by Bowie. Steins leads in the race. Steins at left half back. Shoots a hand pass across to Stretch. Hard against the boundary line. Glenn Lovett had the superior judgment. On centre wing. Plays on quickly towards half forward. Bennett outnumbered again. Waiting behind, but unable to trap it down there was Spalding. Lovell inside 50. Little chip pass. And Brett Lovett takes the mark only 25, 30 metres out directly in front. Well, they worked hard, Melbourne. Just weighted numbers. Edging the ball forward. So Lyon now is in defence. Spalding's on the forward line. John Northey ringing the changes. Brett Lovett for Melbourne's 11. They desperately need it, and I think he's provided it. He has. Melbourne 11-13, St Kilda 15-12. A lot of hard work in the build-up there from the Demons. Around that outer side, eventually, it was easy enough for Lovett. Took the mark uncontested. And still enough time if Melbourne are good enough. Just over 12 minutes remaining.
The Demons need 4 goals. 11-13 to 15-12. If they can get another one in the next minute or two, it'll lift their spirits. Glenn Lovett tries to thump it forward. Viney tackled by Devonport. Ball still to be won, and it'll be a ball up about 60 metres out. Melbourne attacking. Managed just the 1 goal in this quarter, and we've been playing about 15 minutes of football, so they need another 4 or 5 to win it. Lovett with a quick kick to full forward. Important bounce, chance for Viney. Off the ground, Devonport back with him. Still Devonport, and he concedes it behind, so good defensive play by Devonport. Melbourne up to 11-14. St Kilda 15 goals 12. So 102 to 80.
Grant Laurie, who's had a very good game, kicks in towards the outer side wing. Steins in front. Failed to take the mark. Put the gloves on. is Weiss. Coughlin forward at centre wing, kicks inside 50. Arnold's the target and he's taken the mark. Started the game at centre half back. He's now on the forward line. And will kick it goal from about 40 metres out. Could be the unlikely hero here inside the last 11 minutes of the game. The misting rain almost stopped. Arnold, picked up in the draft last November, kicking at the Saints' 16th goal. Good effort. I think he's got it. He has. And that could be the game. 16-12 to 11-14. Arnold swung on the forward line, taking this mark. Difficult kick, although a natural left footer had the angle open up. And he steered it through from long range.
(108-80), 16-12 to 11-14. And surely the Saints are home from here. Harding, low, off the ground by line. Keogh just got rid of his opponent cleverly. The full forward, love it. Good mark. Free kick though to Pekin. Well, I didn't see it, but it doesn't mean it wasn't there. Pekin to Burke, and that's a good kick. Pekin, who's had 13 kicks and 17 handballs. Burke has defended resolutely, hasn't had a lot of stats, but it's done all right. Daniels, Jeffrey, who's been excellent all day. Drop punt, looks for low. Well, he's quite wonderful. He really is. A joy to watch. 15 marks and goes to the goal square with a good kick. Two Melbourne players down there. Newport, a bit of time. Drop punt. Jeffrey, all courage, and he did it well, and then gives it across to Burke.
Burke in short, spearing pass. Nixon. So you sense they've weathered the storm now. Nixon. Arnold growing in stature, offering the lead and taking the mark. Allowed to stand, and the Melbourne fans saying, well, perhaps that was similar to what happened at the other end with Lovett. Different umpire. So Jody Arnold kicked the last goal, and the chance to post his second and put it beyond doubt. Masterstroke. Arnold on the forward line. Who would have thought? The big fellow taking plenty of time, savouring the moment. Much easier than the previous kick. So Arnold gets another one. 17 goals on the board now for the Saints. 17-12 to Melbourne 11-14. And they're finishing right over the top. And of course, this keeps their finals hopes alive. They came in today in trouble. Only won 2 of their last 5. Their record was 6-6. But St Kilda proving to everybody that they're right back in business and do have the necessary to give the top teams a real shake.
The Saints by 34 points, the biggest margin of the day. Coughlin, and their fans want another one. Rice, oh, cleverly done. Drop punt, low. Well, they're on fire now, the Saints. Rice with a little sidestep, and Low will always take those marks. 16 marks today.
It's hard to know how to play him. I think the best thing to do is to deflate the ball.
Yeah, so it doesn't get that far. Well, he's kicked 3, kicked 6 last week. He's only 25 to 30 metres out, straight in front. And suddenly the Saints are building on percentage. Drop punt, straight through the middle. 4 to Low and 18 to St Kilda. 18-12 to 11-14.
Powerful display this. There's the mark. leading to Lowe's 4th goal. Always the one grab, it just sticks. Never bounces around, he gets them clean. And the kick straight through. Just over 7 minutes remaining then. Spalding doing the ruck work now. Rice the hand pass towards half forward. Hughes put his body in. Bowie, blistering pace, takes on and beats a defender. Kicks from 50. Yates gets back and takes the mark. Deep in his own defensive area. Kicks it out. An element of risk in that. Tingay goes off the ground though. Foot race. Tingay and Daniels, two very promising youngsters. Oh, Daniels turned around at just the wrong time. Hughes cannoned into him, but Melbourne work it to centre wing. Just looking back, Daniels seems to be okay. Meantime, Jeffrey boots towards centre half forward, stretched the big leap. Bowie bumped off it. Glenn Lovett from centre half back towards the middle. Grant very quick to find that ball on the ground. All Melbourne at the fall of the ball though. Glenn Lovett.
He's done pretty well for Melbourne, and there haven't been too many. Winmar, still Winmar. Drop punt, goes for goal. Good kick. Don't you just love that? 19-12 to 11-14, and Winmar kicks his third. And the Saints are burying the Demons on the MCG.
Loose ball, Nicky Winmar quick to pounce, and look at the pace now of these St.Kilda players. We saw Bowie just moments ago, and Winmar finding a yard there. Darting around, players keen to shepherd, see Lowe seeking out a shepherd there. It's all St.Kilda. 6 minutes to go. Harding wins it down. Tingay taken high surely, not once but twice, and he'll get the free kick. Tingay, who started superbly, was drifted out of the game in the second half. That makes it very hard for forwards. Lovett to Heaver. Got plenty of support, Heaver. A little slow, and then the hand pass was far too hard. Keogh, away to Glenn Lovett. Deep in the pocket, he snaps. Not a bad effort from there. Narrowly misses. Well, that's the difference, of course, certainly since half-time. Melbourne not taking their half chances, and St Kilda grabbing them gleefully in both hands. Short pass comes in from Devonport, and Harding takes the mark.
Back to Devonport. Daniels, they're playing with great confidence, as you'd expect, leading by 8 goals. Into the centre. Winmar, who's got better and better, and that's important from a long-term point of view. Well, Nixon might have done a hammy. To Harvey. Caught. Still gets rid of it. Keogh eludes the tackle well. Yes, Nixon in trouble with a hamstring in the centre of the ground. Viney takes the mark. He's had a very quiet final term. Just chips it to Newport. He's got Johnson on his right-hand side if he sees him. Just chips it away to centre half forward. Now Lyon, drop punt, steers it and puts it through. Captain gets his first, but much too late. 19-12 to 12-15.
Easy goal, that one. All just spilling off the contest, and Lyon all the time in the world to pick it up and chip it through. Started in defence today. Was used in the third term at centre half forward. Moved back into defence, and now he's on the forward line once more. That's his first goal. John Northey still in this game. That's only a token gesture, because St Kilda have it in the bag. Coughlin, in came Lowe. Keogh, like his game, he's tried very hard. Away to Viney, towards half forward. Brett Lovett, he's given the forward line a little bit of spark in this final term when it's come down. Stretch now. Stretch inside 50, and Bennett storming up the ground takes the mark on his chest. A couple of the Melbourne supporters not happy with his contribution earlier. And letting him know. Imagine that voice carried all the way to the middle. There goes the Bennett kick. That's a good one. It's a goal. His first goal of the afternoon, greeted by ironical cheers. So Keogh gets it away to Stretch, and Melbourne work it forward, and Bennett leading with conviction, taking the good mark on the chest, and then, as we've said, always at long range, a good chance. He gets his first goal of the afternoon, albeit a late one as far as Melbourne are concerned. Too late.
93 to 126. So the Demons with the last 2 goals, but they're way out of it. Lyon tries to barge his way through and goes for holding the ball. Pekin, 14 kicks and 17 handballs to Pekin. Just short to Rice, who'll run it from centre wing with a bounce, and then tries a daisy cutter, and he finds Arnold. And as Dennis Cometti said, a little tongue-in-cheek, what a stroke of Junior's putting him up on the forward line. Well, I guess Kenny Shorten will be sitting back and thinking, well, I've done a pretty good job here. We might have found somebody here. So Arnold from 40 metres out, and you'd back him in from his last 2 kicks. He hasn't looked like missing them, and he keeps improving his angle with each one. First one was tucked away in the pocket from a long way out. The second one was about a 60-degree. This one almost straight in front, long way out, 45 metres, drop punt, nice kick, just getting it through. So 3 for 3 for Arnold, and the Saints go to 20. 20 goals 12 to 13-15.
Tony Lockett, no good thing to get his spot back when and if he comes back. That was a good lead by Arnold and a good mark too low down. The pass gave him every chance, but he had to go down. He's a big fellow. Get his body in behind it. He did that. And as Bruce said, he's come around the arc. His first goal came deep to the right, and that time almost straight in front. We're back in the middle. Pekin. Hand passes towards half forward. Harding trying to knock it to centre half forward. Hughes through his legs. Viney crashes to the ground. He was carried forward, and Todd Viney gets the free kick. Battled manfully, Viney, against spirited opposition from Devonport. This is Tingay. Glenn Lovett. How will it roll? It rolls truly. Another goal to Melbourne. Trading goals, obviously, at this stage won't get the job done. We're inside the last 2 minutes of the game, and it's 20-12 to 14-15. Lovett scrambling it forward, no defender back, and the ball bouncing through an unguarded goal.
Lovett's done pretty well for Melbourne, coming off the interchange bench. He's had 13 kicks and now kicked 2 goals. So inside the last 2 minutes, and it's 132 to 99. The Saints by 33 points. Steins just lays it off to Viney. That's his 18th kick to centre half forward. Obst misses the bounce. Laurie, Frawley back with him. Good tackle by Lovett. Frawley, Bennett and Glenn Lovett there. Glenn Lovett says to Bennett, you take it. Runs out of room, and it'll be a throw in. Danny Frawley just hobbling a bit in the background. He's had a wonderful match. Kept Darren Bennett to 1 goal. Throw in. Johnson tucked away. Handball only as far as Bowie, who's clearly been the best rover on the ground with 15 kicks. Keogh. Pekin. And a throw in. So we're in the last minute now, and it's 14-15, 99 to 20 goals 12, 132.
Steins and Lowe, neither of them touched the ball. Bowie over the top. Daniels against the boundary line. Well shepherded by Pekin. Kicks down towards half forward. Yates lacking support. Kept the ball in play but gave it away to the Saints. Daniels to Bowie. This is young Donald. He runs inside 50. His first kick in league football. Fell a metre short. Beebe the mark. Stretcher's got it. Runs up to centre half back. And kicks it to Steins. Jim Steins, the defensive side of the centre circle. Plays on. Again, a bad kick forward. Laurie a fist. Low. Rice, strong tackle by Stretch. Ball jarred free. Viney over his head. Newport hasn't had the best of days. Dragged over on the siren. It matters not. St Kilda are triumphant. So St Kilda win 2012 to 14-15 in most emphatic fashion.